I do want to say, and I feel bad for not mentioning this before, but where we may fall short a bit on how we're trying to break down this draft, we do have Owie 2000, a special guest commentator today who will be joining Trent and Lyrical. He may be able to patch up some loose end questions we have about the draft as we do head over for the commentary section. So don't go far. Owie 2000 joining us on the mic. Should be incredibly hyped there as we move forward with more bands. Wraith King taken off the table, so we're getting rid of some of these classic core grabs, I'd say, that we used to see Sammy Boy play a lot of, but those are being gone. And oh, there's that spirit. Eventually was going to show up, and it looks like Coin might be playing an Ember.
Probably can't ban all of them, considering some of these bands that they feel are way more important right now. One hero is conspicuously missing from this draft, and I don't understand why. It feels like it's super good as just in general. I'm not saying it's good in this game, but OD just feels super flexible, and I'm really surprised not to see him touch so far.
You could OD versus this Ember. I mean, I would imagine that the lane is still fairly favored. Okay, they go for the Naga. All right, I did want to actually call this one out before we even got started.
Jenkins.
I've been watching. All of the Zoomers have been practicing this Naga. They can run this 4. They can run it off lane. Brax has been playing Naga, and then of course you have the classic Sammy Boy Naga. So what they're doing is they're going for this. Like if Ocean plays it as 4, he just blocks all of the camps, stacks camps with the illusions, uses the net basically to stun people. He goes Meteor Hammer, but then he builds into an Aghanim Scepter, which lets you, like, if you song, you can actually use the net during the song on the Ember Spirit to catch him for after the song ends. It also pierces BKB, the net, which is nuts. And it reduces the cooldown by like 5 seconds or something insane. It's actually quite broken. The only problem is like the early game. That's the only problem.
Potential problem. Do you like, if this is a position 4, do you like having 2 melee supports?
I would not run this. I definitely think like Nyx's most likely position 4 will probably see like a Brax Naga or a Sammy Naga, depending on like what else is picked. If there's a strong offlane, or if there's a situation where you can have a strong safe lane Naga versus an offlaner. So, okay, I would assume it's going to be Brax Naga now because this is just like the counter.
Whoa. Quick snap picks here coming out from both sides.
Yeah, that was really fast.
We have Underlord as your utility tank, frontliner, objective seeker, root planter, whatever you want to call them, and then the immediate Viper pickup.
So this Viper does really well against the Ember mid as well. If you really wanted to have Gunnar on it, I feel like this is the sort of matchup where you could see Gunnar playing Viper mid. I know I said in a previous series that it's boring and he doesn't want to play it, but against Quinn, when you can get like a kind of freebie to win the lane by just being a Viper, I mean, that sounds pretty tantalizing. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm playing against Quinn, it's like, all right, give me Viper. Just give me Viper. It's a good Viper game. I know I'm going to have a good game. Not going to lose to this like wild card X Factor Quinn.
Yeah, and you end up going most likely Atos into potentially Gleipnir. I don't know if that's... I actually don't know how good that item is, but you have the root for Ember. You talked about the Naga. If it is a position 1, then I'm assuming you don't get Aghanim Scepter at any point until like mega late.
I'm actually going to predict... I think it's a Naga offlane, Viper safe lane. I think they're going to pick like a carry mid that's going to do well against the... Ember Spirit.
Okay.
I think they're
Who else does
really
well against
baiting
Ember
here.
Spirit mid here? I mean, we didn't even mention the fact that Nyx is super good against Ember because he can get Spike Carapace off whenever his Flame Guard is up when he's farming jungle or something like that. So you have a lot of setup to potentially kill the Ember Spirit. But for the actual lane itself, right now it's just Viper.
I have heard a lot of Ember players talking about how Ember versus Nyx is actually Ember favored because people are using the Sleight of Fist to, whenever he carapaces, they Sleight of Fist, and then you're immune, so you don't get stunned, and then you can just chains like normal. So
I'm assuming
that
he's like, if you're just farming jungle and you don't have sentries or something.
Yeah, Nyx will get you, right?
Bad.
But I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of these Ember Spirit players, like, well, they're Ember players, so they're always trying to justify their damn hero. They're like, yeah, it's like a counter matchup. Ember's good against Nyx.
That Alk ban at the end, that could have been that carry last pick potentially for 4 Zoomers. And Alk has suddenly risen in stock as of recent. Even in pub games, I've noticed Alk is just starting to pop up more and more. Not a real fan of Alk, but just something I've noticed.
Oh, Medusa.
That What is
All
that?
right, dude.
That
All right.
mid lane, is that the mid lane core you were talking about, or what's going on with this
I think
Medusa?
I'm not entirely sure where they're going to do the lanes. I would really imagine you probably, well, then again, okay. I think Medusa does fine against Underlord, so you can definitely side lane the Medusa, but they needed like a real hard carry, right? They needed some like crazy Alchemist Medusa. They might have even wanted Alk, but then they went for the Medusa because there wasn't, the Alk was banned.
Last time we saw Viper picked by Zoomers, it was Brax offlane, so we'll see if they do that again. It's Gunner Puck.
Gunner Puck.
Okay.
Sammy.
So
Okay,
it is
try to
support
digest
for
the
Naga.
draft right now, gentlemen. Take it in real quick. I know you don't have a lot of time to process it, but please, if you get us our early face value predictions, Suns fans, starting with you.
Since I have no idea what this draft is up to, I have to go for Quincy crew here, Jenkins.
I'm gonna go
You tell
Zoomers.
me.
I think this is a real Zoomer draft. I think this is
Okay.
cool. I don't think Quincy was expecting this at all.
All right, our panel is split. That's going to make it extra hype for this one. So why don't we toss to a real fast break? But when we return, we got Trent, Lyrical, and special guest Owie 2000 on the microphone for this one. So don't go far.
Hello, hello, all you cool people out there, Dota 2 fans. We got a great game and a ridiculous draft. Got Trent and Owie with me as well. Welcome very much. And Owie, you know, the first thing that popped out, you came on voice, you're like, this is a dank draft. Tell me about it. What do you like in here?
Well, I've personally been taking a little bit of time off from Dota.
Right.
This is actually like the first. I've looked at like some replays, but this is the first match I've looked really closely live, and I really like Naga support, and there's always been like some cool dynamics in Dota. Like you see an Enchantress pick, and you're like, okay, this show's really good against core Naga Siren because you can take over an illusion and. Sorry, one sec. I can't move my camera in game. How do I fix that?
Classic.
Oh no!
You're watching
Trent,
pub
help
day.
him.
All right, so all you have to do is
Help
just
him
turn off Dota. Don't leave the game. Just turn off
Okay.
Dota, turn it back on, and reconnect, and you'll be safe.
All right.
Yeah,
Like all other tech problems.
I know that happens
off
whenever
Dota.
you're watching a replay and you're watching someone's perspective. Usually.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really watch games live very much. Nah, so the entire draft is really cool. I'm just excited to see a support Naga Siren. I actually didn't know this is a thing because I've been on a bit of sabbatical from many pubs.
Yeah,
But
it's like
that's super exciting to me.
it's the first time I saw it was Soxa, at least in terms of officials, and then I think it's picked up a little bit more steam thanks to that. So yeah, not a whole like set of builds or anything. Really, the only thing that we've seen a lot is the hammer into the eggs.
Yeah, the hammer's really good this game because if you get like wards, you can toggle it 3 times and you can like frame perfect stun the Ember.
Okay, I wondered if that still works. I think you're right. I think it does still
I
work. Does
think it
Bassi still
does.
work? Can you do that too?
No, you can't. I don't think you can toggle Bassi.
Yeah.
I think you
Oh,
need to
you're
use
right. They
treads
took away the
or
Bassi.
wards.
Yeah, because Bassi used to be the way you did it when Z-Freak played it. Yeah, that's right.
And
Obviously.
wards is the easiest because you're playing 4 anyways, right? So
Yeah.
you're gonna generally be in there first and plant orbs, and then you can just buy a sentry and do that.
So I need to save my set. All right, that's good. Can we buy
Just so
anything else to
everybody
toggle now?
Just so everybody understands what he's talking about here, there's this thing where if you queue up the Meteor Hammer and then you switch back and forth between Sentry and Observer wards, it's 3 times, you said?
Yeah, so it's like it's 1 frame, and Dota is like 30 frames a second, and it's like 3 things. It's like 0.1 seconds, and that makes the time between sleep cancel and meteor hammer landing perfect.
Yeah, because they. Oh wait, but didn't they RNG it?
I actually don't know. They could have changed that. I might just
Yeah,
be completely
that
wrong
might
here,
not work
so-
anymore. There was
Oh,
some
okay, my
changes to
bad
stop
then.
that because
That's boring.
I mean, even still, like you're going to be able to get it pretty close to right on point. And there's also, you know, other things that you could potentially do with like an impale going in, you know, as the sleep is ending or what have you, and catch somebody in it. So there's ways to make it work, but already starting out with some interesting lanes. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but just as we pointed out, we just had LOA. He stole the Naga illusion when Ocean went to block the small camp, and he sent the Naga illusion to then block the hard camp.
Ooh, I like that. That's really
That's
nice.
actually pretty shifty.
And this is an interesting stat right here. Of all of the 5-player squads, Quincy Crow is the highest win rate, 78.8%, and particularly between SVG, or rather LOA and MSS. Really a heck of a lot of games played together. And you know, Curtis, you for a lot of that, you're coaching them as well. How do you feel about this team and sort of the bond that they got together?
I mean, I personally love these guys. I like not only their attitude and Dota and approach to the game, but they're my favorite like group of any players outside the game too.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I mean, I played with them too on NP. I think that's
Right.
where they had. I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, that
But
was.
no, I'm really excited to see them play because I think at the end of Dota last year, like a lot of teams weren't practicing that much. But with the startup with DPC, you're starting to really see like what the teams have to show.
Yeah, makes sense, and I think that that's going to continue going on here. On the other side, you know, the Zoomers, another group filled together with love and friendship and happy thoughts. They're spamming all of the freaking voice chat wheels right at the start of this game when we were in the draft. So expecting to see a lot of that going forward here, as well as Ocean's just going to be chased away from this camp as they pull the wave back towards it.
They take the OG playbook pretty seriously. You know, the whole like
Yeah.
they really like the concept of like swapping heroes, swapping roles even, and spamming voice lines. It's all very
Yeah,
important.
their draft looked really hard to draft against because even like into like the 4th pick, you don't know the lanes, you don't know what role the heroes are going on, and it was to an extreme. Like usually you need that on first pick just because you don't get to see their last pick, and they're gonna probably put a core on flex.
Mm-hmm.
But theirs was like crazy. Like I didn't know where the puck was going. I thought Nyx was probably a 4. Like I was thinking in my head they should pick their carries so early because it's have a free lane versus Nyx. But Nyx is a 5, so I would have been wrong there.
Yeah, I thought Gunner was, or I thought the puck was going to be a 5 also. I wasn't sure where they were going to be sicking everybody.
Yeah, exactly. It was a really smart setup for the draft for them.
I've actually gotten to witness one Medusa game lately. If I recall, she did pretty well, but it's still not a hero we see too often. I guess it's like she still fulfills that certain role though, as you heard the panel talking about. It's like you need some giant beefcake pretty much who can also put a lot of damage, like someone who you basically just play every single team fight around. And I don't know, it looks pretty solid this game. I mean, they got it really late, obviously, so that helps, but not a huge array of like big Medusa counters here. I suppose the atrophy aura can be a little bit annoying depending on your items.
Oh, down bottom. Westlow getting really low. Pulls Sammy Boy back with MSS, though, and they're going to get some extra damage onto the Medusa. So trying to bully her back a little bit since they left for a moment on Husky to go and secure that rune. And that's something that, you know, the panel was talking about. This desire to try and formulate the game for Zoomers around shutting down Quinn and, like, you know, sacrificing some of those other lanes to make sure that he doesn't get those free runes.
Oh, LOA found the courier way back here with boots. Just chilling.
Nice played.
Oh, that ward on the pillar. That paid off big time.
Yeah, I think Quincy crew in general play pretty mid-centric, but they 4Zoomers' response to that was to put a puck mid, which is traditionally a pretty hard hero to gank. So I think what you'll see is as soon as this Underlord gets to be a bit more independent, because of 5 Nyx, they can't really zone him out. We're going to see a lot of ganks on top, because they already have the Juggernaut and Enchantress set up there. The Viper's pretty free kills as soon as Rebook wants to come rotate.
Okay. That'll be something to watch for, definitely. See if they can make that kill happen and try and bully back Brax a little bit. And, you know, of course, then comes the rotations from Gunner, possibly, if they do dive too deep underneath that tower or what have you.
Yeah, you're used to like the mid Viper welcoming that because they have a level advantage, and suddenly 3 heroes come mid and they all die along with you when you go down. But sharing XP with a support doesn't make the Viper quite as scary.
Well, 5.5 minutes in so far. We saw the first round of bounty runes come on out there. And it was Quincy crew favored, actually. They were able to secure some more of them on the other side as another route goes out up top. I've been kind of liking Ocean so far in this Naga as it gets a little courier kill there. Feeling pretty good. Another TP out of top. No stuns. I think that's the 3rd one that we've seen so far.
Be the 3rd courier kill too, man. These things are dropping.
The Nagasarn also looks pretty good versus Enchantress. I play a lot of Enchantress, and Nagasarn just... You should be able to like block every camp, and Ench can't really kill you. And oh, Viper's going.
Yeah, and he is going to end up falling there. Had a TP, not enough mana, and it was not quite off cooldown. So first blood gonna be drawn by Yor. So
For all the TP saves. It's fine. Finally, they just get them when it's like just not available. Pretty nice snipe.
So I think the thing to watch out now for is Gunner has Coil and a TP scroll up. So I think he should be looking to TP to Silent and Coil Zone. The problem is like his options aren't great. Like I'd actually feel a bit uncomfortable playing Puck right now because I have a Deuce in the safe lane and I don't think there's any kill potential on top on the core.
Yeah.
So I would like I'm not too sure. Like he's walking back to base and usually like as you're walking back to base you have nothing to do, so you just look around the map for opportunities, right?
And he doesn't
And
really
if you
have
look at
someone
bottom-
who wants to like push the tower either, because that's like the other way you
Yeah.
can do it if the ganks are bad, right?
I mean, all their wagons are dead, so they can't really push any towers anyways. But
Yeah.
like, I personally hate playing with Deuce safe lane. That's not a bad hero. I just don't like playing with it. Because like, if you gank for him, like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna throw a snake, and then he's gonna hit them.
Yeah. An Underlord
Devastation.
already.
So like, because he doesn't have any plays, like he was okay just TPing mid, but really what he's looking for is like, how can I help remove the pressure from the side lane? So top lane right now, like, there's a wagon hitting that. They have a enchantress with the creep. Like this tower top's gonna go down.
Yeah,
Did
this
you
is,
So
spin?
Gunner gets to do something.
this is like ideal puck TP situation, but he just TP'd mid
It's
too, which is
cancel.
probably half the reason why they did that, right?
Ooh, that was close. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention because Gunner was so close to getting that coil off, and that was
Yeah.
that would have been a really
Yeah.
big play.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
rough, man.
Oh, I love this from Yawar though. He put pressure on top, you know. They forced the puck to walk there. He had to TP home so that he could avoid the gank, and then he's just gonna walk bottom with his ultimate. And it's like these early moves as carry that differentiate between like your standard pub carry and like an actual top tier team carry. Like look at this.
And look where they
puts pressure on
scan
top.
too.
Yeah, he puts pressure on top. He TP's home and he walks bottom, and they're ready with a smoke, and he can go anywhere, right? I think it's
Yeah.
most likely bottom because puck's sort of hard to Omni Slash. But like this kill on next, like it changes the dynamic of a lane. Like how do you defend this bot tower now?
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough. And I think Trent, what you're talking about as well, of like the fact that they saw puck TP back to mid, that's what enables that play from the jug to go
Yeah,
that far
exactly.
down bottom.
That's a really good point.
Well.
So now like Quinn joins the party, right? Like they've killed the Nyx. It's just a Deuce there. Like how is she gonna stay there? This tower's dead, and they're even gonna be able to, if they healing ward their other lord, they should be able to defend top. I think they need to get on that because losing top would be very sad for them in this position.
Yeah, because like you had the winning hand here, but now you're just gonna trade even after losing the edge.
Yeah, you made the first move, you force rotations, but like if they lose this top tower, I actually think it's pretty bad trade for Quincy.
Does look like they're giving it away for now and not able to heal up that Underlord and get him into position quickly enough. Quinn does have a DD, so they're trying to make this rotation towards mid.
Very farm too.
Yeah.
He's 0-0-0, but he's top of the board, and now he's got one deep ward in here at least from MSS.
They're still keeping people out of bottom, and they haven't taken that tier 1 tower yet.
Oh,
but with
Husky-
the Nyx moving back
he
in.
got it. The fairies trinket. Oh, I hate that so much.
That's really well done, and gives him the talentless afterwards. Really well done there by Husky. Big plays.
Yeah, that's worth it. Like morally, it feels so good. I don't know if it's actually worth it, but it's a win mentally, so it's a win.
I feel like I would pay that death tax for a fairies trinket. That one's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good item too, I guess. Dude, Quinn is super farmed.
Yeah. He's gotten a lot done so far here. And setting up towards mid, they're bringing in the Underlord as well. Gunner.
Oh, he just orbed.
Ooh, this could be dangerous. They don't have Pit of Malice, but I don't think they're going to need it. Gunner, chase down, almost going away. 58
Oh, he
feet applied a fist dodge. What a play, but it didn't matter. Oh, if the coil had lasted a bit longer, that would have been sick. Didn't
Well,
end up
just so
happening.
coil, too.
And instead, they're going to find Ocean now. Root comes out again. That was good mid play, but in the end, Quinn able to just chase him down.
That sequence of events was amazing. They're going to secure 4 bounce runes and potentially this arcane rune. No, Husky's doing his job. He's getting the arcane rune. But they managed to rotate like to the strong hero. Like Ember's super strong. I think that happens a lot in pubs where one hero is dominating, but then his team doesn't play around him. But instead, like they're bringing in the offlaner, they're bringing in the 4, and they're just collapsing on this mid lane.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Yawaru already he made his moves as carry. He's given all the space to farm bottom. And if you watch if you go into replay and watch that sequence, I think Yawar gained like 500 gold on the Medusa there, and they're gonna get 4 bounce runes, which is like, I don't know how much gold that is, but 4 bounce runes is a lot of swing.
It's a lot for your team and none for them. So
Yeah,
You know?
because you're taking away from your opponent too, right? So it's really strong.
now they got that like, do we need to smoke now pressure? Yeah, Husky's
love
pulling
it.
it out right now.
Because look at Quincy crew. So Enchantress is taking top while this Underlord made space, and now Enchantress is involved in the smoke. So they're rotating like between the hero who's been given the power, the strength, and the space.
Oh,
Oh, there's
And then
Stan
they're
hit
using
too.
yeah, they find Sammy Boy. They knew the rest of them were over to the side, and he is in trouble. Again, that coil making good use of it by MSS. Secure the kill on the Medusa, and well, 5,000 gold lead now at 11 minutes.
It's nuts.
It is looking sort of rough for 4 Zoomers, not gonna lie. They got the 6 on Nyx. He has a smoke up, but again, like, their playmakers on the sidelines are a Medusa and a Viper. Like, I don't know who's supposed to do damage for Puck. Because unless Puck is snowballing, he needs additional oomph. And like, Naga Siren, the problem with Naga Siren's support is she does 0 damage. Like, I was really excited to see it, but it hasn't been that convincing yet. And Nyx doesn't do any damage as 5 either, just because usually your 6 is a little bit late.
Right.
Because he hasn't gotten to use coil, right? Like, the only time he used coil was to try to survive, and he gave it to Mojo, who got 2 kills with it. So it's like a -2 on the coil there.
MSS currently going to end the game with more coils, more damage. Yeah, not a great sign.
It's like, if you look at the fog for Radiant, like, where can they attack? Like, if you look top, there's an Underlord. Like, you can try to go on him, but you'll all die. Mid, there's just going to be a Rubik pushing that out, and Juggernaut's untouchable for the bottom. They have nothing through the spin TP. And meanwhile, like, Quincy can pressure wherever they want with Enchantress Creep.
Yeah, and you're just, like, trying to get Sammy Boy in the triangle, out to other neutral camps, back to the triangle. And so it's also not a big mystery either. Like, Quincy know that they can just pressure down here. What are they going to do?
Exactly. Like, what's this Medusa going to do right now? They have to wait for the Medusa's item timing, and Medusa doesn't really have an early one.
Another kill up here on the top side as they take down Ocean, stepping a bit too far forward, and they find Gunner. And they use the coil again defensively, trying to get out of there, and the TP will succeed. You can see just the pressure that's being put on right now by Quincy crew. And even when it's like, they're like being forced out of everywhere that they can farm. It's basically just in this area right here that they've got inside Zoomers.
Did you guys see what the Naga was trying to do? Like, it's come to this at 13 minutes, where he was trying to drag the mid creep wave, so Quincy couldn't pressure mid to his Dusa, so Dusa could farm his first lane creeps in the past, like, 6 minutes.
A pretty big brain play, but...
It is a good play, but it's, like, not a situation you want to be forced into. Like, he's doing the best with what's available to him, but you'd way rather be putting on pressure. Meanwhile, like, Quincy, they can smoke wherever they want.
Yeah, he just showed on that lane. They were heading into the triangle, and then they saw Sammy.
Dude, that one hurts. They find him yet again, steal away the mana with the Stolen Snake. Does have ulti out now. Quinn's actually going to be turned into stone, but with the lift, pulls him back into the pit. Sammy Boy's just dead. And that is another sick combo.
Another ulti for MSS, too. We got the Stone Gaze.
Oh, God.
It's a really good ulti on Rubik. You can actually use it to initiate on Rubik, because, like, you just run up really fast and that's someone. Which is, like, pretty strong.
He's been moving pretty fast. That's like one of still the weirdest things to me. Is just like that added movement speed you get from it. But nonetheless, moving into the triangle by Quincy crew and trying to secure, or rather, I guess just take away farm. That's what it feels like. They're just trying to deny space to Zoomers whenever they can.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising they don't even have the tier 1 yet, but it's like not even necessary. They're just gaining so much on the map anyway.
Yeah, that's another 4. No, Husky doing a good job. They traded 2 for 2 bounce runes, but only because the Nyx like snuck them. It's a good play from him.
So
As
how much
positioning is also helping Sammy Boy a little bit here. Not that it's that great. He's farming small camps and just moving through his own jungle, but at least there's some help.
How much of this game do you guys think is going to be like down to just holding the line for Zoomers? Like, because like you guys said, the sort of state of this game is that they can't really do that much with this Medusa core. What does that ever change? Does it get to a point where Medusa is sort of hard to deal with, or do you need to make moves in this match?
Oh, they're making a move now. They're smoking.
I don't think they have the damage to kill Ember, so they're looking, and they don't have Vendetta up. I think that's pretty much just a smoke from map control wards.
Yeah.
Zoomers, they need to wait for a time. Like, they need the Meteor Hammer on Nagasard, who just got her 6 at 16 minutes.
Ouch.
Because you can't like split push your way back into this game. They have an Underlord and an Ember.
He was mid Omni Slash and he got the stun off. That might have saved Husky's life.
I don't know what else is going to happen here, though. They have that Medusa ulti coming out from the Rubik. It looks like they're going to call off the charge there. So Quincy not wanting to take the fight. A little bit scared there for a moment. Coil used afterwards. Okay, on to Quinn. Do they have the damage, though? It's hard to imagine it. Well, walking away now. That one is going to hurt. Although they can kind of stand their ground. And yeah, with the sleep, gonna turn this back around again. Leslau moves back in, cancels the Dark Rift back home, and now diving in. Quinn wants to battle. Mega kill streak as they take down the Viper and the Puck. Holy moly. Yeah, that one hurt.
MSS is padding the coil stats now. He's hitting way more coils after that.
Yeah, it's hard for Gunner, right? Like, it's just when I look at this map, like I don't know who I'm supposed to coil. I don't know who does damage for me until like 25 minutes with Dusa. And Mojo's just having a time of his life because he's playing Rubik and enemy has literally 0 jump for him. The sequence of events there I think was really cool. I think that killing Enchantress is really important for Zoomers because if you let the 5 just walk into your jungle like that, they'll have lost the entire map. So it's important that I got that kill, but that kill actually made them overconfident. Like they had to realize they're still weaker even 4v5. And Quincy were good at realizing they could still fight 4v5 and they punished them there. Got the mid tower and now the map looks real rough.
Husky missed the stun, and he's gonna end up being punished for that one. Goes down. Another kill onto LOA, but it's not really looking that great as they spin down Brax. Not that many places left to go. Another coil, because why not? Now stealing Viper Strike as Ocean going to walk away for the moment. And silence? Okay, they take down UR. That was a nice play there by Gunner. They needed it.
That's really big. The entire time Duso's farming too, so he's gotten his first like time where he's really farming with enemy heroes all on the map, so he can farm as fast as he wants.
Oh, and he had People's Gift too. Pretty nice for the situation.
That was really nice by Gunner, honestly. He like waited everything out and then he got the kill on the enemy carry, which they really needed.
Yeah, and he was kind of the start of that fight too when Quinn just jumped in onto Gunner and Husky. And the Husky missed the stun and ends up dying, but the Gunner reinitiates. He's going for this build that has become very popular, the Witchblade into the phase shift attack at 15. And then he wants that Ags for various reasons this game, mostly for UR, I'm sure.
So I think Quincy right now, they should look at playing the map until Quinn has his BKB. He saved the haste rune too, so he's gonna have like haste BKB for the 20-minute bounty rune fight. Never mind, he's just using, he just wants to go. There's no waiting.
He doesn't have that much mana, but it doesn't feel like he needs it that bad. So he walks away afterwards. Another sleight of fist out there. Meanwhile, the Meteor Hammer gonna connect onto LOA, but lifted afterwards as Gunner. Needs to be careful about that dive in, and the heal is not quite gonna be there for the Enchantress. They do take down that Ench. So another battle back and forth. We're getting close to the 20-minute marks. And I mean, it's definitely all Quincy crew, but there's been a couple signs of life here for the Zoomers.
Ooh, that was a good try to get the coil off on Ember. The thing about when you're behind is that they're going to play really tight on for Zoomers because they have less of the map to work with. So when Quinn jumps that guy mid, you have to know that all the heroes are going behind them, because like where are they supposed to go? Like they can't play on the side lanes when you're behind. Play really tight. So I think, I mean, they end up using the haste rune before, and then he doesn't have the time to farm for BKB before the 20-minute bounties. I think that it's like not a bad play to make, because I don't mind like the extra aggressive play there, but I bet he wishes he had it.
Oh, and they caught him again. Medusa trying to walk away here. They move in. With Husky afterwards going to be able to dodge away from that stun. And I think that calls off the charge. I don't know if they can go that much further here.
Yeah, again, not wanting to really force anything. They're hoping to just play it defensive. Best hope they have, really. But yeah, so far though, they are chipping away at that lead. Things are getting better for them over time, surprisingly.
I guess the other thing that we kind of got to watch for here is when do we get that Ag Shard for the Nyx Assassin? He's picked up the Philosopher's Stone. I'm assuming that's what he's going to be going for next. And then, of course, for the Naga Siren, looking to actually go towards the Treads. So maybe that's going to be the switch on and off thing.
It's super go time now. They have they just picked up BKB on Quinn, and they're ready to go. Now you can pierce mid lane because you have this item timing.
Broken for the moment. Coil dodged by Quinn. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Man. MSS has been playing a good coil machine here, and Gunner has been on the tough side of it a few times. Just really good play from Quincy crew.
It's very solid. They've actually farmed Radiant Ancients more than Radiant has, which is always a good sign for them.
Yeah.
And I like how they're playing too, right? Like, I don't think Yawar has really his own Ancients once this game. maybe he has when I wasn't paying attention, but like he's been farming pretty aggressively. And again, like I actually really like Yao's carry. I think he's one of the most underrated carries in the world. Like it's he's in NA, so he doesn't get a lot of attention, but I think especially coming to last TI, he's looking really good.
Oh no, the BKB comes out. And that means Husky will not be able to find the kill. Goes for the zip away afterwards. And
I think you're
back
pretty
towards
happy
the
with that though, on
Yeah.
4 Zoomers.
Yeah,
That was a
Nuggets heading
10-second
into the Roche
BKB.
pit.
They have a timing right now.
I mean,
think
they have
this Roche is so
Naga.
risky. They have no BKB.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
surprising, and they see it. This is very surprising. This is
Oh.
like the one thing you can't do in this situation, as you were pointing out before, is like get lazy or like rush things.
Oh God, Quinn, he's outside of it for the moment, trying to make an opening happen. They
They'll
gotta
see.
be really careful as Sleep comes out, but they're able to spread apart
and he
still
stole.
Sleep. Now Sleep turning it back around. Rubik running into the midst of all of them, tries to hit the Meteor Hammer, and they're able to force back the Zoomers. Now turning onto the Knicks, trying to blow him up. That was such a huge win. A big pit of malice comes out as Sammy
They still
tries
have
to run
Coil.
away. Omni Slash going solo onto him. Up on the high ground, you are. Needs to be careful. Coil to try and turn it. Stolen
Oh
Coil!
my God.
Throws it at all of them! Dude, MSS, give him a chance! Are you kidding me? Quinn runs in, finds Brax, gonna blow him up. Gunner trying to get out. You are trash talking from the grave as they're gonna blow up Gunner one more time. What a great fight from Quincy crew. Holy moly.
God, MSS, please. Steal Song and steals Coil.
Dude, 5-0-10. What a monster right here in this game. That's
He's
pretty good.
probably having the time of his life, man.
Yeah,
he
sure
got the
is.
he got the keen optic, he got the cast range talent. You have the Neo Arcane Supremacy. The 6-month Neo Arcane Supremacy.
You've been taking a break. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, nah, his steal is like the old eggs right now, right? Because you used to need to buy eggs to get the cast range on it,
Right.
but now he can steal from anywhere in the fight, and when they can't jump you, like the team fight's free. I also want to commend Yawar there. Like he went in on carry. Like if you know, it's like the only person who died was the carry on Quincy crew,
Yeah.
which looks weird, but that was really good by him. Like he sacrificed his body for the team. And he's still top net worth, right? Like it doesn't really matter for him.
Looking for a coil jump maybe again. Roche will fall. The timing ends up working out for him and running up the high ground. Who can they find? A Slough? It's the Atos on to Sammy. Coil comes out because guess what? Man still got it as they're going to connect, break the coil now. Although you are in a little bit of trouble, needs to back out of there. Doesn't have Omni Slash, can spin and run back in. Gunner under that BKB, just gonna start to lay out a ton of damage. Sammy almost dead is gonna finally fall with 2 dead, and you are able to back away. Looks like they might be able to take down Leslie. Oh no, MSS jumps in and blows him up with the silence. Are you freaking kidding me? What am I watching?
He's done so much damage this game. It's actually ridiculous. These puck spells just getting amped up, and he's hitting them all every fight.
Dude. What,
Look at his damage. He did as much as Quint.
Oh my god. I think, you know, when the draft was going on, I was like, that's interesting. They didn't pick Shadow Shaman. They got Rubik instead. And like, this is why. Like, give this man a playmaker.
That is a really good pick, and the performance is like he got I think like is the strongest pick on second pick, other than last pick of course. Like you see the 2 heroes, and you have to pick a really high impact hero there, and Mo just showing what he can do with that drafting space, I guess, that was given to him. Honestly, looks so fun.
Yeah. Your playing days are, it's an itch that you can't scratch until you're back in the seat. And
Quincy have full map control now. I think it's time to buy a gem. They have Aegis, they have full map control. I don't think they can lose a team fight if they play tight. So they should just get a gem and choke out 4 Zoomers. I think right now, if you look at the 4 Zoomers lineup, like a lot of people would say they have good high ground defense. But I think in competitive Dota, it's a bit different in pubs. Like your win condition isn't really the throne dying. It's like having a network lead that's insurmountable where you can just A-click into their base.
Yeah.
So like, all they have to do is like choke the map, get a gem, take out all the enemy vision, and get a certain point of lead. And then it doesn't matter what your high ground defense is. Like, there's no high ground defense that beats like having a butterfly Scotty over your opponent's carry. You're just gonna right-click their towers.
Yeah, in pubs, there's a ticking time bomb of how long your team will still keep coordinating. That you need to end the game in before things explode. You know,
Even at like the highest MR pubs, like your high ground take is really bad because people are just impatient. You know, like they don't care. Really.
they just want the next game. They think the game's over, and it's like, yeah, we won. All right, let's go next.
All right. Well, and now you can
Gunnar
see.
he has eggs now, so they finally have something to stop Yawar. They find him alone. But Quincy Crew are going in.
And they find Ocean.
Silence.
Oh, well done. And now Dark Rifting up top. They want to fight with this. They're getting aggro, clipping the wave. And now the chase coming as Quinn. Oh, Gunnar did a little jukey juke. Hides off to the side, wants to get out of here.
He's canceling his attack.
Oh, they got him. Got to dodge. Husky chasing. MSS is hungry. He wants to get him. Finds the coil out. Stunned by Husky as the land came through. And they will blow up Gunnar with Quinn. And now Husky, one last hit. There it is. Yule Scepter lift up. And the Fade Bolt afterwards. MSS another kill on the boards as the Omni Slash is going to go on to Sammy. And still staying on target. Yawar trying to run him down, but a good stun there came out from Ocean. Able to back him out. I'm not sure if that was a stun or what that was.
It was the stone gaze.
Okay, that's what it was.
And
Damn.
they sniped Deuce's courier during that too. He's gonna have trouble finishing his butterfly, which is like their only real timing coming up, I think, for the heroes. They have this eggs, now they just needed some damage for it, but he has to TP and walk there. Alright, he's got it. He's good. He's good.
You think the butterfly is? I mean, it's going to be a ton of damage. Do you think it's going to be enough? Like, can Quincy afford to just walk into him?
They're 17k behind, and I don't know whether they're going high ground with this next Aegis. I think they should have thought about it, because they have like Dark Lord Rift to just get out if they need to.
Right.
But I mean, it's the right item choice. It's just Dusa doesn't have any like damage amp spells, right? Like nothing is really a steroid for her until you're super fat and you're just doing enough damage where the split shot actually does something.
Coil used in on mid. Leash doesn't want to break it right now. Sammy up on the high ground. Stolen Viper Strike gets thrown back there on to Sammy. Aegis down one time. MSS has an Aghanims throughout all of this as well. So the jump away goes by Gunnar, still trying to chase down. And now Ocean with the sleep. Can they do anything else afterwards? It looks like it's just to try and run away. They need to get out of here. And they will be able to back out safely. But again, just being pushed further and further back into their base.
Man, there's no fear there. So yeah, MSS just like walks in front of that tower. He does not care this game.
I think Viper Strike is like low-key one of the best spells he can steal this game. And he has the eggs, but I don't know if either of you guys know, but do you know how the debuff amp works on the attack speed slow? Because it looked like Dusa was attacking.
Yeah,
extra
I was
slow
actually
there.
just about to ask that because I noticed that it looked like she was barely attacking, but it's only
I think
says
it should be a
attack speed
multiplier.
slow.
Yeah. I feel like it does buff how much attack speed it slows, because I think that's how it works with movement speed slows. And
Yeah, that
Dusa
makes
has a
sense.
butterfly manta, and she hit the Ember like 3 times during
Yeah,
that coil.
yeah, she was like not swinging at all.
And on such a low cooldown as well. It can be pretty
Yeah,
devastating.
and look at the cast range. Like,
Yeah.
it's nasty.
That's just Rubik stuff. All right, jumps in, finds himself a Brax, BKBs immediately. Viper Strike now going to be thrown onto him. Leash up as well. Away tries to back away. Ocean drops down that Meteor Hammer, stolen back the other direction. What more can they throw at him? They kill off Quinn. That's a big kill. Yawar
Marcio,
walks
though.
into everybody. Just going to go for the Omni Slash. Will able to connect, and now Gunnar chase down, tries to jump away. Not quite there in time. Atos connecting onto Medusa and Sammy in a world of hurt as they try and throw it back around, but the Impale is there from MSS. Husky tries to back away, but another Fade Bolt comes in a second. And 4 dead again. Gunnar wanting to escape. But there's really nowhere left for him to go as the chase down continues. LOA finds the kill. And just sick stuff.
Quinn gives us the tip.
But that was really good, because I mentioned like you can extend this gold lead, but when the enemy team disrespects you like that, like they try to get out of their base and farm some neutral creeps, you need to slap them. And Quincy Crew did just that.
A lot of disrespect going on, but nonetheless, it's going to be a tier 3 tower taken. 23,000 gold lead, a super clean game from Quincy Crew, just across the board.
Yeah, I believe the last time Gunnar was with us, they called that the waiting until the enemy team gets bored. You know, they don't want to sit high ground or sit behind their towers anymore when they're supposed to.
Right.
That's when you punish.
No, it's a better way to play, because if you don't play aggressive, you're just waiting to lose, honestly.
Oh.
And did you see how that fight began? Quinn literally went in 1v5. Like, his team was in the enemy triangle. And Quinn sees him like, guys, it's go time. Like, start running over here. I'm gonna die, but I'll make enough space that you guys kill them all. And I really like that about Quincy. Like, they're not afraid. It's even like the 1 and 2 players to just throw their body in and set up the correct team fight.
Yeah, they definitely have the right idea about that.
Oh, Bottle DD on Jug. He went a stat build too, so this DD does a lot of damage.
And Roche respawn time 30 seconds. Okay. So everything should be back up again, and they're gonna, I assume, just try and go in for it. I don't know if, I mean, for Quincy crew, can you just walk into the pit?
Yeah, you should. When it's up, you should, but when they come, you should fight them. Because I think 4 Zoomers have to contest that Roshan. I think if there's an Aegis Jug, like, hitting your base, they don't actually have enough to deal with that, so they should take the fight. Because Roshan's like, he's like a 10k HP neutral creep, right? And like, it's gonna do damage to Quincy, it's gonna like make them go out of position, and it's probably the best fight you have. Like, I'm not too sure the high ground with Aegis versus buybacks is better, but I'd rather fight this Roshan, personally.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably going to try and hold it for the Rapier, though, if I had to guess.
Oh, that's true. They do have a Rapier timing. I feel like it's not enough. Like,
I would agree.
Like, it feels
You know,
weird, but like...
She
Yeah.
also went all stats, Because... And versus the Underlord. Which, I mean, you're a Medusa, I get it, but that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it is. And she basically needs Rapier to do damage,
Yeah.
and I don't know. He needs 2k more gold for Rapier. I don't think he's gonna get there. Quincy player, right?
It's not feeling like it, as LA just runs down the mid lane, and
Look
now they're
at these
coming
two.
for him. Yeah, they are not stopping. Ooh, Ocean, okay,
Uh-oh. Wait.
and canceled it. Okay, not sure about that one. That's fine. And now the buyback comes from the Viper.
It's okay, it
That was
caught them
weird.
off guard, too.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't commit there. He had
I-
Omni Slash.
I don't know if they just didn't even notice that he ended it or
It's
what.
not like inherently bad to play it safe in situations like these, because the game's pretty much unlosable for Quincy unless they mess up. It's like a
Right.
nice position to be in. But I feel like that was go time, honestly. It's always like, that shit is usually like a team decision. So I'm curious, like, what made them call that back.
Well, the shortest way to get this win is that currently it is a 0% win probability according to Dota Plus.
Ooh,
So, you know, the memes are on your side for it, Zoomers. You can do this.
that's true. I'll see. I mean, Sammy, he's heading off to farm some ancients. He knows what he needs to do. Still needs a lot of gold to finish off that rapier. Does have the sacred relic, and that's, I guess, one thing, like, maybe going now for Quincy Crew would be good, so they won't have the rapier.
He's in a good position. This is his first Ancients he farmed in like 10 minutes, but this is like the part of the map he needs to be on right now. Just
Right.
needs his team to hold on if he can get that Rapier. Maybe like man to midwave or something.
What's
Not
dangerous?
this one, the next one, because he needs a 35-minute wave creep camps.
Ooh, is he gonna go for the tier 1 tower?
Nah, he's just waiting. That would be bold.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I like how he's playing this. He waited with the Manta to get extra creep wave. Meanwhile, his team's just gonna try to stall.
Big damage on you are. Trying to control him. Jaunts out afterwards, but they take that tier 3 tower.
Oh, here
He's
comes Quinn,
coming
though.
back. He knows that something could be
Oh.
going on. How's it going, buddy? Hello, hello. And now they're bringing the rest of them, and Sammy hops the ulti, tries to run. MSS got him in their sights. And will they be able to chase him down? Sammy actually retreating away from there.
He's gonna run into
And
the
gonna
creep,
run the
though.
creep wave. Nope. Oh, they got him with the root. Oh, it feels bad.
The
Poor
hero
Sammy
catapult.
boy.
Do you guys remember when like creeps would just do that? Like a range creep would just hit you in fog?
Yes.
Because that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah,
Like
it,
he's
like,
chilling,
still
and
happens,
the
man.
catapult's like, "Yo, what's up?" And he's just dead. Like,
Oof.
yeah, I think going for the second bounty rune was like he got the bounty rune, he farmed ancients, and he went for a second one. I mean, he's like desperate right now because they're down 30k, but it's looking a bit rough now.
They just walk in an Omni slash Brax. No cares at all. You got Daedalus on Ember, who's running down the mid lane now as well, trying to dodge and cut waves wherever they can on the Zoomers, but I mean, there's just no answer to this. They're just walking on their high ground, beating the crap out of a tier 3 tower.
Yeah, it's too bad. They actually do have very annoying creep cutters, too. Naga and Puck, but it's too little too late.
Absolutely. Got some Sprink action going on here as the jump away comes.
I can't
Boy.
believe he lived.
I mean, he's trying his best. Another wave cut, but they got creeps in the base here, and this is going to be mega creeps in just a moment before Medusa's even able to respawn, it looks like. So maybe one last hurrah here, but it is it's against megas. Tough one.
Sammy Boy wants his rapier.
Yeah, they need Quincy Crew to dive the fountain.
He's
Uh,
he's doing some selling math right now. He's like, all right, wand, wraith band.
Yeah. He's got his courier over there. They've already
I
got
sort
the
of
ward
like,
up on
they
the
have
high
the
ground.
ward for the rapier, you know?
That's so wild.
They're ready.
I mean, they know what the play is. And Gunner is going to try and get out of there. You are now looking for the chase down. Oh, buyback coming from the puck. Okay. Gunner chasing in, trying to bring him down. Coil going to be dropped. Stolen coil, though. Need to be careful about that one, as they will kill the jug once, but now everybody caught by the coil, silenced as well. Needs to run away, but Song used as well. And now MSS, he has Song available if they need to use it. Lift pulls him back in closer. Naga's dead. And, well, they said they need to dive fountain. We'll see if they do it. GG's going to be called.
Singing MSS.
What a freaking smackdown. Holy moly. That dude's good at Dota.
Team's good at that. Yeah, that was excellent play by Quincy Crew.
No, I don't think four Zoomers really did anything wrong. I think Quincy just played really solid and fast that game.
In terms of mistakes that were punishable that game, they actually got a fair amount of punishes. When you think about the times where like someone just ran into the jungle or whatever and they managed to pick off like LOA or something like that, Zoomers were there and they punished that stuff, but Quincy Crew just played really tight and really clean pretty much the entire game, and the full game plan got decided very early in this one after that laning stage.
That was a really impressive showing. Yeah, one person went deathless in that entire game, and that was MSS, who just put on a hell of a performance. All of them played really well. I think, like you guys said, there were moments where Far Zoomers felt like they could do some stuff, but it wasn't many points. There weren't a ton of those moments.
Yeah, I think Gunner just got like put on an island this game. That was a really hard puck game.
It looked really hard. The thing is, like, their draft looks really cool, and I can appreciate them going for it, especially in group stage. But when you have these cool, interesting drafts, like a lot of times you lack the fundamentals that like a more standard draft like Quincy's Crew has. Like if you look at the four Zoomer draft, like who has a damage for when puck rotates? Like they need to win a side lane so that puck can rotate, because you can't really pressure this Ember unless puck's dominating him.
Well, that did not happen for sure. But that's going to do it for game number one. A really solid performance from Quincy Crew. Some signs of life from Zoomers, but they're going to need to come up with something a little bit, maybe slightly less psychotic in the draft. Although it did look very cool, and you could see some ideas there. But regardless, we're going to head to a quick break. When we get back, panel's going to break down all the action from that game number one. We'll see you guys then.